Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Charles Danso. I am the founder and CEO of Danso Solutions Incorporated. I want to welcome you guys to another edition of Danso University. In this one, we're going to discuss a topic that's been ongoing for so long, a couple months now. For those that have really been digging in, it's been almost a year or two actually that this new digital currency has actually been formulated, and this is NFTs. NFTs has been something that has caught buzz through Wall Street. As an investor, investors have definitely been looking into. So something that I want to just take some time today to cover with you guys. This episode will be exclusively through the Danso Solutions channel on YouTube. So you guys definitely take a look, ask any questions that you guys may have. And I look forward to connecting with you guys. Again, I'm Charles Danso. I am the founder and current CEO of Danso Solutions Incorporated. And welcome to our educational platform, Danso University, as we cover various topics in the business and as well as investing world. Let's get started, guys. So again, I want to just present to you guys something that I've been kind of looking to just kind of go over. I'm going to actually share my screen and actually go over this. So just give me about a moment. And now if you guys can actually see my screen, this is something I actually got from Coinbase. Well, what this basically discusses is what NFTs actually are and just gives a brief description of the type of assets that are considered NFTs. Now, as the definition is, NFTs is actually referred to as non-fungible tokens. They are, as I described, they are digital assets that represent a wide range of unique, tangible, and intangible items, which means collective sports cards to virtual real estate. Virtual real estate, for the audience, is a website domain, your social media account. A lot of people actually can resell this. Even if you have a current website and you're looking to, maybe make some profit off of it, maybe you feel like you don't want to do that specific business, you actually resell your website domain to somebody else. Now, some people may actually ask, why would somebody actually want to purchase another person's domain? The reason being is because, for one, the person can have a different type of, let's say, services that are similar to somebody looking to purchase it. So obviously, we live in a world where we want to work smarter, not harder. So in purchasing this person's domain, you can actually, let's say, you work in the same, you have hair care. So in terms of the services, in terms of the different wigs you sell, in terms of the different coloring for your hair you can utilize, this buying somebody's domain will basically just keep the same services, maybe the same price points. Maybe you may tweak things like a little one or two things there, but overall that keeps the domain. That another thing is you can actually keep a list of clients when you purchase somebody's domain. A lot of people don't really realize that. Obviously, you would change the website domain based on your business name, but if you interact through your business through a website, a lot of times through the history, you're allowed to see different type of clients. Now, again, like I said, this may benefit someone that may no longer want to deal with that business and want to resell to somebody else, and somebody looking to acquire clientele as well as the business that the person that they want to purchase this domain from would basically have. This is referred to as virtual real estate, like I said. Obviously, with social media, that's from a numbers standpoint. What that means is somebody may sell you their social media and you may want to purchase somebody's social media because they may be verified, maybe because they may have, let's say, 10K followers. Maybe they have, maybe they're marketing, let's say, social media account that you want to purchase to kind of brand a lot of your products or services. This is all virtual real estate. And to close it out, digital sneakers. So again, going into it, one of the main benefits of owning digital collective versus a physical collective like a Pokemon card, excuse me, or rare minted coin, is that each NFT, again, this is a non-fungible token, contains distinguishing information that makes it both distinct from any other NFT and easy verifiable. So what that means for the audience tuning in is, again, if you have a digital copy. Let's say you have a digital copy of a Pokemon card, or let's say that you have a celebrity signed sneaker, and you take a picture of it and you actually resell it. You can actually resell it and actually make a fortune out of it. Now, obviously, you can. A lot of people can be like, "Oh, well, I can easily go to Google and do this, or I can go to Google, just take a Pokemon card, and then just resell it on the market." And that's not what it necessarily means. You obviously have to showcase some burden of proof, which means, like example, you actually physically being in the picture, you actually physically showing your face, saying that this is the Pokemon card that you have, this rare collectible item, and you are looking to basically, resell it. A lot of people may purchase it again. This could also be vinyls. Let's say you have an old Michael Jackson 5 vinyl, maybe your parents had, you want to resell maybe a Nintendo Switch. These are digital assets that you can resell on the market. So again, that's kind of what it means. Now, example, um, as I mentioned, unlike Bitcoin, or any form of cryptocurrencies, NFTs cannot actually be directly exchanged with one another. This is because no two NFTs are identical, even those that exist on the same platform, game, or in the same collection. What that means is, example, let's say that Bitcoin is all circulated through one network, as we know. If you own some type of crypto, it's all in one network. The unique thing about NFTs is you can it's directly it's not directly exchanged. So what that means is, example, you don't have the same identical thing. So let's say you have this Pokemon card that's like example, a Charizard, and then you have another one that's a Pikachu. Those are two distinct ones. You can't have one Charizard and then you resell it for another Charizard. That doesn't work like that. It has to be one specific Pokemon card relative to the type of animal that is, or the type of Pokemon that specifically is for my Pokemon viewers. For our sneakerheads, if you have a Yeezy 350, I'm just using a number out there. I'm sorry, I'm not in depth with the Yeezys, but or even Jordans. If you have the Jordan ones and you sell it through it digitally, or you're looking to basically resell on the digital market, you can't basically once you sell that, the Jordan ones or the Yeezys, the specific brand that is, you can no longer resell that. Once it's actually sold on the market, you can't go back and say, hey, let me try to see who else I can resell this to. It doesn't work like that. Once it's specifically sold to one person, that's it. That NFT is no longer yours, is no longer yours for reselling. It strictly belongs to the person, the individual that purchased it. So think of it like I said, with Bitcoin, obviously, if you have it, you can resell it to somebody else and make a profit off of it. NFTs, you're not allowed to. So example, they use a nice example here I want to share with you guys. They said think of it like a festival ticket. Obviously, if you have a festival ticket, you ever been to a festival, a concert, um, you have your personal information on there, the date of the event, the concert, and the venue that it's at. So basically, this makes it impossible for another individual to basically go in and say that they're you, or that they belong to this person, when they have your personal information. Obviously, to verify, they would have to have your personal ID card, whatever the case is, for verificational purposes. So think of an NFT like that. There's no way somebody can actually go in and say that they're you trying to resell this. Once you actually sell it, they have all your personal information on it. They know that it's coming from you strictly. And again, like I said, you can't resell it. Unlike other cryptos like Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever the case, Ripple, you can't resell it on the stock market, so to speak, or the market. So again, the vast majority of NFTs were built using two Ethereum token standards. I won't go too much into detail with this one because this is like nerdy. So, and what I mean to say is like, I'm just trying to give you guys just a kind of breakdown in terms of the history of this, how NFTs came to be. So NFTs were actually, like I mentioned, NFT tokens were created using the Ethereum token standard, which is a form of cryptocurrency. So NFTs do fall in that ecosystem. Um, example like and they fall in the broader ecosystem like wallet services like MetaMask and MyEther Wallet. So again, these are just the exchanges that NFT tokens are traded on. So that's just something to kind of the blockchain network, so to speak. So for those that listen to my podcast on Bitcoin, this was a discussion where we discussed blockchain. Blockchain is basically a system where all Bitcoin is traded on. So think of NFTs having their own system where uh, strictly NFTs are traded on. So what that means is, example, you can't go to a specific thing, a platform, and say that, hey, you were trading NFTs, because that would be impossible. Because the thing is, it has to be traded on these specific what is it, blockchain networks, like I mentioned. If it's not on there, then it's not legit. Um, some key characteristics of NFTs basically deal with they're non intra intra interoperable. Sorry, excuse my uh wording. What that basically means that it cannot be used as a character on the Crypto Kitties game or vice versa. This goes for collectibles such as trading cards too. A blockchain heroes card cannot be played in the Unchained trading card game. So I just said a bunch of words. So what that basically means is, like I mentioned, if you're selling specific digital asset, digital token, trading card game, sneaker, once it's sold, you can't resell it. It's done. It's a one transaction. That's it. And then it doesn't. You no longer own the rights to it. It's indivisible, which that basically means they cannot be divided into smaller denominations like Bitcoin, Satoshi. So what the example, Satoshis for Bitcoin is, example, you buying Bitcoin at a fraction. So what that means is, as opposed to buying it on a dollar, you buy for the penny. So example, you can get instead of, let's say that Bitcoin is trading at, let's say, $300, you can get Bitcoins for as much as $1. NFTs don't work like that. You don't actually resell on a blockchain network for the fraction. Whatever the money is how much you have to pay for it. So if somebody is selling Yeezy sneakers through an NFT for $500, you have to pay that $500. You can't pay a smaller amount. You can't try to ask for a bargain. It's what is basically being sold for is what you have to purchase an NFT for. And it's indestructible. This is one of the ones I loved. I wanted to highlight. NFT data is stored on a blockchain via smart contracts. Each token cannot be destroyed, removed, or replicated, like I mentioned. Ownership of these tokens is also immutable, which basically means gamers and collectors actually possess their NFTs, not the companies that create them. So what that basically means is, example, if you go to Apple Music, as an artist, you actually don't own Apple. You actually just actually, so the funny thing is, you don't even own the rights to it once it's on Apple's platform. They own the rights, even if you're an artist that has music on there or some type of podcast or Apple Podcasts. Apple actually owns it. But the beautiful thing about NFTs is there is no middleman. So example, what that means is, if you are selling NFTs to, let's say, my example, if Charles is selling to, let's say, one of my friends, that's transaction is strictly between me and my friend. There is no middleman. Unlike the stock market, you're dealing with the brokerages, you're dealing with the investment bankers, you're dealing with these companies that are actually going public. In terms of, even though you do have ownership in a company through the stock market, you actually don't have the sole control of that company. Obviously, that belongs to the shareholders and obviously the CEO, whoever that individual may be. But NFTs, you are the sole owner. You actually you sell it. Like I said, you can't sell it at a fraction. You have to sell it based on what the price is, and that individual has to purchase it for that price. There is no negotiation in that, and it's strictly between you guys. So whoever sells it, let's say it's a digital asset, like I mentioned, a website domain, whatever the case is. a rare collectible card, sneakers, digitalized, whatever the case is, it's strictly between that individual and you. So there is no middleman, there is no company coming in between it. And it's verifiable. So what that basically means is it is the benefit of storing historical ownership data on the blockchain is that items such as digital artwork, digital sneakers can be traced back to the original creator, which allows prices to be authenticated without the need for a third-party verification. Like I mentioned, what to kind of go more in depth, which basically means is like I said, there is no middleman, there is no bank coming in between, there is no brokerage coming in between. If you are selling a digital asset, whatever that may be, your artwork, that may be lyrics, that may be your sneakers, that may be collectible items like I said, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, whatever you're selling, it is strictly between you and the party that you're selling to. There is no Cash App, there is no Square, there is no brokerage account, there is no Robinhood, there is no TD Ameritrade coming in between these. It's just strictly you and the person you're selling to directly. That is who is dealing with this transaction. So it's a benefit for you because you know exactly where it's going. You get the full price, the return of it, what you're selling, and there is no discrepancy. You know who's specifically getting it. They know you. You know them. I would hope so. You do your research before you sell to somebody. So again, that's the benefit of NFTs. Um, NFTs to me are important for three reasons. One is through a digital scope. Obviously, like Bitcoin, I do believe, like I said, if you guys listen to my podcast on the Danso Pitch, when we discussed Bitcoin, I said I believe Bitcoin will be the currency in the next 15 to 20 years. What that means is, example, it will be a source of revenue uh, for purchases. Because more people right now, as you see, are looking to get paid through Bitcoin, through cryptocurrency. So, like NFTs, I do believe will be similar to how, think of it like an Amazon. I think it will be like a e-commerce currency. So what that means is you're able to trade products as an investment through whatever, like I said, that you're looking to basically sell. This could be a collectible item. This could be a personal item that holds near and dear to you. Some people that could be vintage sneakers. That could be vintage music. That can be vintage. You want to sell vintage, let's say, water. I don't know. Whatever that you're willing to sell, somebody's willing to pay for, is going to be an important way to trade. So I think that's a benefit in itself. The second thing is could be an asset growing mechanism. So what that means is for a lot of collectible items that may be, like I said, artwork, whatever the case is, somebody is going to purchase that, and through the NFT platform will gain more value when they actually may sell it to somebody else down the line in the next 5 to 10 years. Because remember, with NFTs, once you sell your artwork, your collectible item to somebody else, they gain the ownership in that. So if they decide to resell to somebody else, they get a profit maybe even larger than you, because of the fact that people through an NFT network know what has been sold. They also know that that may be rare depending on what the person is actually selling to the person that's purchasing it. So that's important to note. And I do believe, like I mentioned, that there is value in reselling from a different distributor. So that like I said, NFTs can see major growth over the next 2 to 3 years. And the third one is something that we have to be cautious of. Where is the regulation from Wall Street? NFTs, much like Bitcoin, is still up in the air with the government and Wall Street as to how they can make a profit off of it. Because again, Bitcoin, and I do believe like NFTs will have its own asset class. What that means is much like stocks, much like real estate, Bitcoin will be its own class. Cryptocurrency as a whole will be its own class. NFTs will probably fall into that because, again, it's an asset holding class right now. What that basically means is once you actually own Bitcoin, once you own crypto, once you own an NFT, you can't really use it be in the sense of you can use it in the sense of Bitcoin because more some companies now are using it as a form of purchasing, but it's more of purchase and hold. So what that means is people are looking to basically gain more crypto because of the fact that it's so scarce now. There's only a certain amount that you can get of Bitcoin, for example. So with NFTs, like I said, these are collectible items. So there's only a certain amount of collectible items that you can get. So as a investor in NFTs, you have specific you have assets hold within your portfolio. So if you are looking to sell, there is somebody, like I said, if you bought um a Basquiat painting from Jay-Z who sold it for $1 million, you can probably resell it to somebody else for 10 million because they know that Jay-Z was the one that sold it to you. I'm just using an example. This doesn't even have to be Jay-Z, just could just be a friend that's selling you, like I said, a Prince's first album or something like that, or Michael Jackson 5 vinyl album that your grandparents used to have or something. Because there's only so much of it. It's not obviously like vinyls, like sneakers, like Jordan sneakers, maybe signed by Jordan. These are items that obviously are rare, and somebody's looking to basically purchase that and either have it for themselves or maybe resell it to somebody else down the line. So, like I said, there are benefits in NFTs. For the audience listening in, like I said, this can be sneakers. These could be just different assets that you have that you feel that are assets that you can resell on the market, NFT market, so to speak. So again, I wanted just to take this time to quickly go over NFTs for the audience listening in. I love discussing stuff like this. I think it's so crucial. If you are looking to maybe resell a domain down the line and you have a business, come to us. Come to Danso Solutions. I'll provide the information. We do logo designs. We do website designs. So again, you can think of it like an asset in itself. If you have a business, get a website. You never know when down the line somebody may want to get the services that you provide for your business, and maybe you might want to branch out into something else. You could think about reselling. Just it's not always there is profit to be made in selling your business as well as buying a business or starting a business. So don't think of that as a negative. If you have a business and you feel like, hey, you want to do something else or you want to branch out further than what you're doing with the business that you have now or looking to get into, there is a benefit in that as well. People have become millionaires from selling businesses. People have become billionaires from reselling businesses to another distributor or somebody looking to just get into that business that another person was already in. So again, definitely check it out. Reach out to us. Again, my name is Charles Danso. I am the founder and CEO of Danso Solutions, as well as the host and creator of the Danso Pitch podcast. I want to thank you guys for tuning in to Danso University. This episode World Class 2, I should say, episode 2 on our YouTube channel. These are the Danso Solutions channel. Check us out and check out the next episode of the Danso Pitch. I look forward to working with you guys soon. Take care. Have a great rest of your week. Peace.